the beginning of a journey across the country for 6 months and over 3,000 miles on this Continental Divide Trail is one that I'm looking forward to, but also terrified by. No matter how many of these I've done, it still sits with me as I start. Am I going to be able to do this? Am I capable of this physically, mentally, spiritually? Am I going to make it? It's a tremendous amount of fear surrounding this.
All right, so here we are. I just left the southern terminus on my final trail of the Triple Crown, and I don't know how I feel. I'm nervous, especially with all the snow this year. I'm really nervous about the snow and the water crossings, but we'll see how it goes.
One of the things I've learned to do over the years on thru hikes is to change the way I look at the world visually. And what I mean by that is, in our day-to-day life, there's constant bombardment of information and advertisement, all vying for our attention. But in the natural world out here on a thru hike, there's none of that. And you actually have to become an active participant and look for some of the things. And this is the perfect example. In a desert, it at first appears as if there's nothing there. But if you change the way you view it, there's so much out here.
Did 14 miles yesterday. Gonna do probably another 15, 16, maybe a little more today. And we got to get to Lordsburg. Lordsburg is 84 miles from the Mexican border, so probably three more days we'll be there. So this is the second water cache that we're coming upon. Thank goodness they're here, because there's no water out here.
That'll mess up the back. If you leave it, the backpack is like this.
So this is the trail now. It's kind of a make your own trail. Just follow the signs, but there's no official trail. It's kind of like you just make your way through the brush and pray there's no rattlesnakes. It's like a pyramid, one of those mountains there. I found a unicorn in the desert. I don't think we've seen any other tree this big. This might be the biggest one on the whole section. Here are my friends. Look at my cow friends. All looking at me like I'm lunch. So this is my tent site for tonight. It's an amazing view. So this is the trail. It's kind of make your own trail, basically. Oh, well, there's actually a trail over here. Okay. It's easy to get lost out here. Well, it's not even that hot out yet, but with this exposure, it feels like it's in the 90s. It's insane. It is hot. Wow, is it a mirage? Shade? It's crazy. It's the only tree for 10, 20 miles. Thank goodness it's here. Kind of looks like we're going to the pyramids. Okay. I think I will pass.
That last night in the desert before I got to Lordsburg, I went to set up my tent at the base of this mountain. I was all by myself. And as soon as I tried to set it up, these winds came out of nowhere. And I finally gave up trying to set up the tent, packed it away. No sooner had I packed it away that the wind ceased.
Looks like the mountain in that Steven Spielberg movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I ate dinner, and then just as I was about to fall asleep, I smelled smoke. So I got up, I looked around, I couldn't see where it was coming from, and it smelled like sage. And I stayed up for a few minutes looking around, and I finally gave up and went to go back to sleep again. Just as I was about to fall asleep, I smelled it again. So I woke up, and this happened 3 times. So finally I just decided to stare at the sky. It was a moonless night, the stars were so bright, it was so beautiful. I must have been staring at them for hours, because at some point, the most unique thing happened. It was as if I could see the distance between the stars, and they became almost 3-dimensional, and those closest to us felt as if they were coming down toward me. They created this geometrical pattern, and it was the most amazing experience because at once I felt part of something huge, part of the universe, and it was like nothing I've ever experienced before. I felt at once this peace and this understanding that everything was in balance. It felt as if all the systems within me, within the world, within the universe, were perfectly balanced and equal, and everything was exactly as it should be. And this tremendous feeling of peace washed over me. It wasn't ecstasy, it wasn't joy, happiness, anything. It was just peace, and this feeling that everything is as it should be. Everything is perfect. So this is what that feels like.